Okay, I've been told by many people that the only way to get rid of our alfalfa in our field is to till it and spray it with Roundup or glyphosate. And I'm not doing that. It'd be completely pointless for me tilling our field. I would just silage tarp the whole thing for a year if I had to do that. So I refuse to believe them, and I'm doing something different. So let me show you what's going on here. All right. Right here is alfalfa hay that was left in the field over the winter. Here's a whole bunch more that we raked up with our now not really working well tractor. It was working great, but the fuel tank is full of gunk, so it's just clogging up everything. Pardon me, I am ill still 2 months later, but the plan is right now to till the field, and then we are going to mulch and overseed like crazy. So this area is going to be mostly a pasture. I'm probably going to build a little native forest kind of area for the kids to ride their dirt bikes and stuff through. But the most of this will be pasture for our sheep. And I am working with someone that sells native seeds in our area. I'm going to work with her and try and figure out the best grass mixes and stuff to do for a pasture and a grass lawn, because I have kids and I would like for them to have a place to play. But they will be native grasses, so they will not be thirsty and all that. We will also have a native prairie area for butterflies and all that, wildflowers, but that has to wait. That's a future project. Anyway, the rest of this here is all going to be garden, mostly flowers, because we're a flower farm. So what we're going to do is, which I did a little experiment in January, is I tilled this area with our tractor, which I didn't do a very good job because the ground was frozen. It was January. And I took like 2 to 3 feet of this alfalfa mulch that I raked up with the tractor, and I piled it up on top right here. And I had a cattle panel tunnel right here, but I removed it because we're getting our whole field tilled in a few days. And right now I'm trying to salvage as much of this as I can, hence why I'm out here working by hand, because again, our tractor is not working. Anyway, so I laid down about 2 to 3 feet of this alfalfa mulch, and I just left it. When I tilled, basically none of the plants came out of the ground. And check it out. I'm pulling it up so I can salvage it for later, and check it out. Here's one little plant dying because it still had a good foot of mulch on top of it. Another plant dying. Okay, look at this plant. He was on his way out, but this didn't have as much mulch on top of it. So the plan is to salvage as much of this mulch on my field that I have right now and put in a pile and use it in my beds as mulch, as deep as I can make it. It will kill the alfalfa. I'm positive. Worst case scenario, I have tarps. I will silage tarp my beds if I have to. So when I'm not using my beds, I will silage tarp them. Now for this area, this pasture area, I'm a little more nervous about, since we are going to till and seed. But hopefully the seed grows fast enough to kind of shadow out the baby alfalfa that's going to try and grow through there, and it'll overcombat it and choke it out. That's what I'm hoping. So that area I'm a little more nervous about, but this garden area, we got this. We are going to smother this stuff out, and it's going to work great. Also, I am planning on keeping a little patch of alfalfa so I can continue to use it as mulch and maybe some fertilizer in the future. I don't know. I know Bree from Blossom and Branch Farm uses alfalfa pellets and she makes a fertilizer out of that using some molasses along with them, and she adds it to her areas that they need a little more nitrogen to them, so like anywhere we want to plant leafy greens or something. But yeah, I'm down for this challenge of not using Roundup on my field, in my yard, where my kids play. I'm not doing it.